Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. It's time to gather around the table to cook and converse. Right here, we'll come together to learn about Kansas agriculture and the farm families that feed us as we discover new recipes, Kansas products, and farm fresh ingredients.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome back to 13 News. This morning, a couple guests from Brown County today. Brown County 4-H represented by Kyle Tollefson and Jesse Brenton. They're here to talk about the upcoming festivities going on. They start rather soon here. Jesse, we'll kind of start with you. Kind of tell us about what's happening in Brown County with the fair going on.
Okay. The actual fair starts next week, July 11th through the 15th. But some activities started yesterday. I gave a talk on bicycling and the benefits that can help with health and wellness, which is one of my projects, which you may not think is in 4-H, but I'm involved with that all year long. And then I'm also involved with some of the traditional projects like swine and cooking. I'll be taking those to the fair next week.
And I think it's cool. I'm going to jump in. Your recipe box, that was your grandma's recipe box, and that's actually one of your 4-H projects.
Yes, it is.
I think that's really cool.
It is cool. And what else is cool about 4-H, Kyle, is that it's not traditionally just showing animals and doing projects and stuff. It's more about leadership as well, right?
Oh, yeah, there's something for everything in 4-H because, you know, you think of the fair and you think of the cows and the pigs and the chickens, but there's so much more to it than that. 4-H has been such a rewarding experience for me because it has provided me with leadership skills that I've been able to use in 4-H with little kids and stuff, but then it's going to help me out throughout my life with, you know, like public speaking is another thing.
You're doing very well.
I was going to say, I'd probably be scared to be up here if it weren't for some of the things that I've gained.
I'm scared to be up here right now. You just can't tell. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, 4-H is fantastic.
You're doing a fine job. You guys are doing great, and it's exciting to hear about all the fairs going on, especially in Brown County. And Allie, what are we making today?
Well, when I think of the fair, I always think of all the vegetables that the kids enter, and I always love going to that part of the fair and seeing that, plus all the canning and all of that stuff. And so that's why the recipe box meant a lot to me. So because of that, we are going to make a super speedy summer skillet. This is the summer ratatouille skillet. And right here in the skillet is probably the very most important part of it, which would be the tomato paste that we have taken from the bright red color to this now kind of ugly, shall we say, brown color.
But brown is a flavor, not a color.
You are right. And so
I've been doing these segments with her for 4 years, or 5
knows.
years almost, so I should know.
So that's what's really going to heighten the flavor. And you know what? It's so funny because I've done this skillet a lot of places where there have been little kids, even older kids, who say, I'm not eating that. That has vegetables in it. And you know what? Once they get a taste of the vegetables with the brown tomato paste and then we add the sausage in, it's all over. They eat vegetables all the time.
It just looks like sauce anyway. Too.
Yeah,
Covers
exactly.
it all up, yeah.
So right here we have, Chris, I'm just going to let you, if you don't mind, dumping all the vegetables in. We have our sweet bell peppers, 2 different colors. We've got zucchini that Chris just dumped into there, and then next will come our summer squash. We'll just incorporate that into our sauce. And then of course over here I've got Italian sausage that I browned off ahead, drained all the fats out of that, and we will just combine all of this. And sometimes as we go along we have to incorporate a little bit of broth into this mixture just to get all of that combined. We'll bring it up to a simmer, and then the last thing we'll add will be our fresh herbs. We have basil, which I brought a nice big jar, and it was fun because Kyle was telling us all about all those plants that are in that jar there, but we've got the fresh basil and the Italian parsley, and then lastly we would shave some Parmesan cheese over the top, and dinner's done. So we've got a 20-minute skillet for your family.
All those great ingredients.
That's right. Nice and
You
fresh.
get the stuff from the fair, or your garden, or
your
wherever
garden,
it is,
absolutely.
Or the produce section at your grocery store.
Because I think coming up, not in July, but in August, there's actually a holiday that's called Sneak a Sack of Zucchini on Your Neighbor's Porch Day.
Oh yes,
yes.
yeah.
So
I forgot
when
to
they do
celebrate
that,
one last year.
when they do that, you'll be able to
They
make
have everything,
ratatouille.
don't
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, guys. Brown County Fair coming up next week at Brown County Fairgrounds in Horton, right?
Yep.
All right.
We'll see you guys there.
Hope to see you there.
Look for
Great
Kyle
time.
and Jesse out there. And Allie, anything on your Facebook page these days?
There might be, so you better check it out.
Okay, never know.
Yep, that's right.
Leave us hanging
And the
there.
recipe will be at Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen with all kinds of great pictures to help you through the skillet, so just check it out.
All right, great. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us. Kansas Farm Bureau is proud to support hardworking families across the state like farmers and ranchers who make it their life commitment to provide food that nourishes all of us. Kansas Farm Bureau, representing grassroots agriculture.